Oh, don't fall. No one can see you. There. Hello. It is me, Katja, the Auti Artist. A late diagnosed autistic adult person with ADHD and C-PTSD. On this channel, I talk about my personal experiences navigating the neurotypical world with a neurodivergent mind, while working on creative projects and engaging in my special interest. I did an upload earlier and I don't know what I did wrong. So, well, this is part 2 to a part 1 that we have not seen yet. And I have terrible visual right now because the lighting in here is terrible. Hey Google, bedroom light to 100%. Is that better? I don't know. Your light coming at this angle. Hey Cherry, how are you? I just got this. Thinking about calling her Pyra. I don't know. But I had this funny thought. El Pyro or El Pyra. I don't know. Yes. I've been living it up with my stuffies. I have a weighted lavender scented microwavable stuffy named Mouse, M-A-U-S, Mouse, that I like to use. You're a poet and an artist who has autism, ADHD, and C-PTSD. Awesome. Well, I'd say awesome, but PTSD isn't awesome. Hey, Luna. Come here. Come here. You want to be famous? Come here. You can be famous to a whole, 146 viewers. Come here. She's like, no, not today. Well, anyway, I was doing a video on this that I was making earlier. I've been going to the ER a lot lately, which is why I have not been on YouTube. I've been seeing specialists and stuff like that. Well, I'm about to start seeing a bunch of specialists. After a year of being gaslit by my former doctor, I decided to get a different doctor, and I talk about that in more detail in the other video, which hopefully is uploading to YouTube right now. But I have a lot of issues communicating when I'm in triage at the hospital or in the ER, and I thought about making something wearable where, because they overwhelm me with all their questions all the time. So I'm like, maybe I should make something that has things on it. So this is going to be my scale for my pain. That makes more sense to me, but it'll still have the 10 levels, but I'm going to do a skull and some X'd out eyes and swirly eyes. I'll have a smiley face and then a super happy face or something. I don't know, but it's going to be something like that. I'm going to put a Band-Aid here. It'll be ow. Then I thought about painting a body over here where I can point to what's happening. And then maybe a yes and no right here or something. But I also thought about yes or no on one side and then don't touch me over here, because people it's unbelievable how many people will just randomly touch you and you're like, why are you touching me? I feel like I need to be closer, so excuse the shaking. Yeah, so hi, I'm autistic, sensory issues, some other ideas I have were slow down, or just thirsty, hungry, whatever, but I kind of want to just do little symbols with the word under it or around it or something. I also considered making little shrinky dink charms to put on a bracelet that had little words on them, but I don't know. Also, like a yes, no, like those rubber bracelets that people wear a lot. If you could like have like a red and a green one, or half red, half green, or it flips and it's red on one side and green on the other that says yes, no, something like that. So I went to the ER a couple of months ago, and the next day I had a visit with my primary care doctor, and I'm reading what you say and I'm responding to it, Cherry, about the medical gaslighting. Yeah. So I don't know. I have like a my insurance has like a it's like an addition to my insurance. I have like this case, like extra people, like I have a case manager and stuff. They'll contact me, and she just so happened to contact me about the ER visit to see how I am after like the next day after my doctor's appointment. And it was that doctor's appointment, like I had been seeing him for a year. And prior to moving here, I had been seeing specialists, and I had a whole team of doctors helping try to figure out what was going on with me, because we think it's like they were thinking narcolepsy or some kind of neurological problem. Um, and while I was here, I started learning about POTS and Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, which I do have the hypermobile like markers for that, and through some of my own DNA testing, um, it's not whole genome, so I can't see like exactly everything, but I was able to put it in the sequencing.com, and I saw that I do have the variants for like four types of the Ehlers-Danlos um, syndrome types, and some other stuff too. Um, but I like POTS, if you don't know what that is, it's a postural orthopedic tachycardia syndrome. And I've been struggling for a few years with my heart racing. Um, but my doctor just kept saying it's anxiety, it's this, it's that. And I'm like, can you just do a tilt table test? Basically, POTS is when your heart rate increases 30 beats per minute more within 10 minutes of standing, or if it's at 120 within that 10 minutes, then that's considered abnormal. It's like your body doesn't regulate your blood pressure when you stand. And so you could have dizziness and like stumble and falls and stuff, um, blackout or whatever, or you could just, have I probably say it wrong, syncope. I don't know how to say it, but it's basically semi passing out. But I've been trying to get him to, I wake up with numb hands, and I have like, I'm an artist. So like when I'm painting sometimes, or just even writing or doing anything, sometimes my hands, like I can't feel them, or there'll be tingling or pain, or I'll wake up with pain in my hands for no reason. And just weird stuff. That's just a few of the things, but I've been trying to figure out what it is, because it's been progressing, and also my memory is being affected, which is one of the reasons why it's a big factor of why I haven't been on YouTube. Um, yeah, that's exactly right. That's how you, I think that's how you spell it. I think there's another S in there, but Cherry says, I made the mistake of answering honestly about my pain after dislocating and shattering my knee. He said 1 to 10 being the worst pain you could imagine. And I said I'm a 9 because mm, I only sent to inpatient. They took off my essential meds for narcolepsy, never saw the labeled me bipolar, and took my stems away. Yeah, orthostatic, meaning like, ortho is like, I guess when you think about bones and muscles, you go to an orthopedic doctor. So ortho is like, of the body, like, I don't know. I guess in some way it means uh, like standing or sitting or whatever, like different angles of your body. I have not heard of the vasovagal syncope. I wish I knew how to say it. Potts triggers. Sing syncope. Aha, thank you. Yes, I need it spelled out sometimes. People shouldn't make fun of people that don't pronounce words properly. This sweater is like looking really weird. Okay, because if somebody is saying a word, and they're mispronouncing it, it's probably because they learned it by reading. It's not because they're not intelligent. It's just they've not had anyone to like practice saying it out loud with. Um, check for Williams syndrome. That sounds familiar. I have considered, along with some other people that have been talking to me, narcolepsy, which I thought was weird because, like, I thought narcolepsy was like you're driving and you fall asleep all of a sudden. But oh, probably because I probably originally had it censored, just so yeah. Anyway, I don't remember why I did that, but I started this channel a while ago. Um, I have a fish named after the Wu Tang Clan. I call them Wu Tank Clan. Yeah. So whenever that caseworker called me, I had basically after that meeting, after he basically told me I should go, I need after I had been struggling a year communicating with this doctor and trying to get him to refer me to a specialist, and he just kind of was like, just do this and I'll see you in 3 months. And I'm just like, 3 months later, 3 months later. And finally I just started, you know, keeping a record of my symptoms, and I had like a checklist and I wrote it daily so it would be clear. And then when I brought that notebook in, he said that I was obsessive and that I needed psychiatric help. And my partner was with me and was just um, like basically advocated for me. And I'm very grateful because I really like was upset when we left, and I was just like, it took me so long just to find this doctor, and I live in a small town. Doctors are not like as, in abundance as in larger towns. So I decided to basically go upstairs into my studio and cry. And then my caseworker called and I told her what happened. And she said, that it's okay if a doctor doesn't believe you. They should be taking even if it is psychiatric, they should still double check, and they should still take your symptoms seriously and test, because even people that have mental health issues or are neurodivergent, they still have medical issues that should not be, their conditions or their symptoms and complaints should not be ignored. And when you do that, that is medical gaslighting, and that's not okay. It's prejudice and it's not okay. And he's like, why'd you write all this down? And I'm like, because I wanted to help give you a starting point because we haven't done any testing or anything. He's like, no, you don't give me a starting point. I give myself a starting point. And I'm like, mm, what? And that just seemed very, I don't know, like dumb and egotistical to me. It didn't seem very intelligent thing to say to me. But anyway, my caseworker immediately got to work and found me another doctor who I saw um, shortly thereafter. And then she wanted to see me again to continue to get to know me. So I saw her next week after that. And this was about 2 months ago or something. And then uh, I have physical therapy starting next week for my excruciating back and knee pain and my neck pain. I have other pains too, like this shoulder, my right shoulder feels like it comes out of socket partially. My ankles do that. Yeah. One of the 6 visits I've had this year to the ER, which are the only reason things that have ever prompted my last doctor to even barely do anything, um, they found that I had a degeneration of my, lumbar spine. Hi, Isabella, how are you? Autumn feeder, yo-yo loach named after tiger style, a goat catfish. Oh, you're talking about your fish. I was very confused. I thought you were, like, talking about gibberish or some kinda weird rap or something all of a sudden, and then I had to remember that you told me about your fish a second ago, sorry. Uh, um, so basically, like, as you see with, my drinks and all my crazy paperwork, that's only part of it, but yeah, this is where I spend a lot of my time. And I will pan over and show you I have a little rolly cart in here because I'm downstairs. So when my knees and back are hurting too much and I can't get upstairs to where I would usually record, um, as like Isabella has seen me do before, like I have a little rolly cart with art stuff on it and stuff. If you want to see some of my latest collections of I have a new Monster High Draculara and I collect the TY dragons, and then here's my um Bats Maru dressed up as um oh my gosh, why Grumpy Bear. And then someone pointed out, finger do the thing, that this is the spider is like a knockoff apparently of some other artist. I didn't know because I got it on Temu. Then here's my little Grogu. Wait, Grogu's from Star Wars, and then the little tree guy is called something else, right? I don't know. Anyway, then like these little uh that's like a doll skeleton that I got for Halloween, and then I have like my little jelly, crocheted jelly that my friend made for me. And you see my little peeking out, I have a little keychain thing right there. It's of um you see how my mind is like I've started to like lose some of my memory of things. Oh my god. I'll remember later. Anyway, yeah. So I'm just chilling in here. Sometimes because this house is 4 stories, there's a basement, and then this is like the first story really. Upstairs is like where the shower and everything is, and then also the office where I can get on the computer and game and stuff. And then on the next floor is my art studio, and that's also where I had in the past done all of my YouTube videos. But I have not been going up there very much in the last several months. Brute. Hey, kitties, do you really have to fight right now? Come on now. Chill. Really. There's plenty of food and water for everyone. Y'all don't have to fight over it. Um, sorry. We have 3 female cats and 1 male cat. I'm not sure, but the male cat is how old he is, but him and the little girl, she's 6 years old, and I think he's like maybe double her age. I don't know. But when I moved in, my kittens were like still kittens, and they're like a year and a half, almost 2 years old now. But they never got along with the dude. And I'm gonna call him out right now. Copper, quit it. Just quit. Go. Go, leave her alone. Leave Luna alone. Where are you at, Luna? Luna's hiding under the bed. Anyway, so I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. I just haven't gone online because I just didn't like, oh yay, pity party. I have no idea what's wrong with me. I think I have EDS. I might have MS. Somebody suggested, a few people suggested. It could be well, on the paperwork for the neurologist, the referral, it said seizures. So I don't know if that's what it is, or like she thinks maybe like my like when I eat sometimes, for example, when I eat, it happens a lot. My heart rate goes up, and I it like if I stand up, especially, it'll go like sometimes 40 beats over, and sometimes I just completely pass out, or my whole body passes out, but I'm conscious, and that's really like freaky because um, I I don't know why that's been happening, but that started happening a couple of years ago, and then it's become more frequent. And I didn't notice like what my triggers were. It was my partner that was like, I noticed it happens during these times. But also there's other stuff that I'm not aware of that I'm doing. Like he says, I do this T-Rex arm thing, and then I also had this like thing that I do, which I am conscious that I do that sometimes, and it annoys me. And if I talk about it too much, it'll like start triggering it. So I'm not going to, but um, he said that I tend to have um, that associated with at the same time. That's when I start to have those passing out episodes, and also word replacement or mixing up words or completely like losing vocabulary, to where it's like I'm trying to talk, but I can't think of the words, or the words won't come out. It's like I know what I'm trying to say, and I knew that I used to know the word, but I could picture an item or something, but I cannot come with the word. And like the other day I was telling him that my hands were cold. Like I wanted him to hold my hands because they were freezing, and all I kept saying was, um hold cans, hold cans, hold can, and I like kept saying it more forcibly because I thought, of course I'm going to say my hands are cold. But no, that wasn't coming. The words weren't even in my brain, but the idea of what I needed to say was there, like, and I knew when it was coming out, it was wrong. And so I just started crying because I was frustrated, and it's terrifying, to be honest with you. I have all of your symptoms, Cherry. Um, yeah, I don't know, but 2 days ago. Okay, so this has happened. This is the third time it's happened, but this is the only time it's happened with both eyes. Um, and other times it happened, and I had a migraine come on afterwards, and I have to put like the eye mask on and put sound canceling headphones on and lay down and all of that gravy stuff. Um, but this time, um, I w- I literally had, all I have is a mac and cheese thing, but it was a tomato, a Campbell's tomato, and I was doing this like this far from me, and I was like trying to like read it, like, and it was just blurry no matter what, and I was just like, like, what's happening, like and I was actually getting ready to leave the house, okay, when this happened, and I am so glad that it happened before I left the house because I could have been in the car and gotten an accident. Speaking I'm sorry, I'm gonna take a bite of this. Mhm. Because I forget to eat, and that's not good, and I also forget to drink. This is your reminder to take care of your body and hydrate, and even if it's something simple like mac and cheese, but, like, I've been getting some of these, which is a healthier way to, have a snack than, candy, because, I recently noticed that my glucose levels were going up the last, 2 visits, so but, I had surgery on my stomach a few years ago, and, I cannot, have mal bleh, malabsorption issues, and it also makes it to where my, there's this, hormone in your stomach called ghrelin. I might be saying it wrong, but, it basically is a hunger hormone that signals to you to eat, and, most of that's been removed, so I can go all day sometimes without eating, and also sometimes not, my ADHD medication can also affect my appetite. Um, see, part of the reason I was on ADHD medicine was for ADHD, but also they, changed my dosage before I moved here from 2 doctors ago, one that was trying to find out if I had narcolepsy. They did find out that I did not have sleep apnea based on my home sleep study. Um, I do have a sleep consult, in February. Um, so that's another thing I forgot to mention. So I have a I was supposed to start, physical therapy, like, few months ago, but the day before I was supposed to start it, I got COVID and ended up in the ER. And it's not because I thought I had really bad COVID. I actually took a at-home COVID test, um, and it said negative. And then, but all of the symptoms I was having were, like, the same symptoms I usually have that I've been trying to figure out what it is, except, more. Like, they were just I'm trying to find the word. They were ex they were they were more. Okay, I can't find the word. But anyway, so I'm in there, and another one of those nightmare things, like, I don't feel good, my heart's racing, my speech is all messed up, and I have pain in my body, um, like, where my torso part of my body will be really hot and my hands and feet are freezing, um, and then, like, I'm clumsy and sometimes I, like, holding something like this. Let's say this was a ceramic cup though, because those are a little heavier. But I was having to like do my hand weird just to hold it, like because it was hurting my hand and it was unstable, which is weird for me. Um, and like sometimes I have to stop if I'm like writing, like trying to fill in a piece of paperwork or I'm trying to paint. I'm an artist, so it's like, you know, uh, And simple task like hanging my coat up, sometimes raising my arms above my head. Uh, it's not always painful, but the sensation is that it's like you're trying, it doesn't feel heavy, but it's like as I'm doing it, it's draining. It's like you're opening a valve and all of your energy is just pouring out. Like the action it takes to do that. I mean, I know that I'm physically capable of doing it, but it's like, if you know about spoon theory, it's like eating my spoons away for the day just to hang something up higher than my head. Okay, and that's crazy. Hi, Lorna. Did you come to say hi? Oh, you're so pretty baby. He's my sweet little girl. You're my little cuddler. You beautiful baby. Brrr. Sorry, Luna came to visit us. So I have two cats, they're sisters, that are mine, that I named after Sailor Moon cats. Even though one of them of the Sailor Moon cats is a boy, I technically both of their names are goddesses. So anyway, I have that's Luna, and then her sister's name is Artemis. And yeah, they're so cute. I love you. I've had them since they were like, I think I said before 6 weeks, but honestly, I think they might have been earlier than that. I don't know. It was about 6 weeks. Their birthdays, April, little April flowers, or April showers bring me flowers. Yeah, that's how it goes. Well, I don't care. My little flower. Anyway, let's see what y'all are saying to me. So, if you've been on my channel before, you know that I have a really hard time recording videos in the first place. My ADHD and autism together, like they want to like fight each other constantly, and I'm very, I have a lot of trauma that I'm trying to figure out, and I don't know, just I feel like if I'm gonna be on here and saying like stuff that I'm going through, that I feel I don't want to just be like a complainer online, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I think I'm doing a disservice, um, because I think that I shouldn't just be like, it's like masking, right? So if I'm masking to fit in a neurotypical world, and to have to mask to be in the neurodivergent world, that's not good. I shouldn't have to do that. I really hate this angle. I look like my neck and chin are one, but I don't care because um whatever, because I'm getting it out of me right now. But I just I haven't been making videos, and I've just have had a lot of fatigue and stuff, and the biggest thing is the fatigue. And then it's like, well, what content am I gonna make? And I'll have all these ideas, and I might lay in bed all day. I've even gotten as far as making a thumbnail for a video. I've gotten as far as knowing what I could do. I've had several ideas. It's just when it comes down to putting the time and energy in, it's just like I can't make myself do it. And I feel like, I don't know. I think it was a combination of, I don't know if y'all have seen this new YouTuber. Her name's Twyla. Um, it's called her channel's called Twyla's Couch, and she's just, I don't know, like she's like kind of like using her channel like a vlog, I guess. But she's a recently late diagnosed autistic individual. And she just will, sit around with her onesie PJs and her dog, and just be real and talking about her life and, kind of venting and stuff. And she doesn't really censor herself. And I found that refreshing. And then on the same hand, I also, so that was kind of encouraging me to get back on. And then also today, I don't even remember which videos it was, but Orion Kelly, I was, watching some of his videos, and I was like, one of them was the emoji thing, and it's made me start laughing. Like, I thought I was the only one that struggled that much with all those emojis, like, all of the smiley face ones, especially. Um, I knew that I'm like, "Okay, if it's smiling like this versus it's smiling like this versus it's smiling like this with, like, pink here," and I'm, like, trying to make the face myself, and I'm like, "I don't get it." But he did touch on some of those, and I thought it was funny. I wish he said, I think it's called the, AI teaches autistic person about emojis or something like that is the video. Anyway, oh, Sarah with the H, hi. When did you get here? I missed you. Um, frozen shoulder? Could be and I thought it was symptoms of burnout too, but like right now when I get cold, even just a little, and the thing is I have a really hard time with temperature regulation. Like I'm like, I'm finally getting warm, and then all of a sudden I feel like I'm suffocating and I'm sweating. And the scary thing is while the cold can be painful, the heat is even worse because the heat will trigger some of my symptoms. Like this ear will get hot and red, like to the touch. You can see it visibly, like on the outside. But also for the last 3 weeks, I have had this feeling like a crawling sensation in my ear and around, which started like 4 or 5 years ago. And I went to see an ENT. They said go see a neurologist. And then I moved out of state, and then yada, yada. Finally going to see a neurologist the first week of December. But in the ER and in the doctor's office yesterday, yes, I started off at 9:30 with the doctor's appointment, and ended up in the ER. And I'd had a CT scan of my head, which they said they didn't find anything significant, which was relieving, but at the same time frustrating. So that feeling in my ear, and sometimes it's like a fluttering, and it's like it's not the same as tinnitus, because I've had tinnitus for about 3 weeks now too. It's like a loud, it's almost like when in the 90s when the TV would go static and they'd have that noise, except higher pitched. And I swear I thought it was electricity that I was hearing, and that maybe I'm just more sensitive and I can hear it. But the thing is even when I would leave the house, I would hear it, and no matter where I was, I would hear it. And the quieter it is, the louder it is. So I'm a kind of person that needs to sleep with no lights on. Like I'm the person that needs to go and put the black electrical tape on all the electronics, little buttons that are lit up even when they're off. Like I'm that person, because any amount of light is going to stimulate me and bother me and prevent me from going to sleep. Um, since I'm by my bed, I'll show you all this. I recommend this, or finding something like it. Now, if you're sensitive on your ears or you lay on your side, these things might bother you, but these are like little headphones in here. They're flat. Sometimes they bother me, but it depends on how I'm using the pillow, but it's a sleep mask. And the cool part about it is these cup things, because I can literally, and how this is designed, because if it's touching even remotely close to my nose, like further than that down, or anywhere here at all on my face, I can feel the temperature change of the air, and that ever since I was a kid, and it will make me feel like I can't breathe. It's weird. But the way I wear this, you see my crazy hair. Take off my glasses. So it adjusts here and has this little clip here, but it goes on like this. And I literally can't see anything. There's no light at all poking through, there's no light poking through. And none of this external part is touching me. And this is like super soft. I can't feel this. This does not bother me. I don't know why. It's designed to not like feel that. But my eyes are open and blinking and they're not touching the fabric. Now, I have probably short. I don't know if y'all can see how long my eyelashes are because they're blonde. They can get long with mascara, but I have blonde eyelashes. Like I'm blonde, so yeah. So but I'm wondering if someone with longer lashes than me might feel it, but I don't think so. I also have seen other people with some other mask like this that were not with the audio thing, but I sleep. Any noise will bother me, so, and I think I put this in a video before. Where are you? My best friend. My best friend. Okay, see how I'm turned right now? That hurt, and it's hurting here. Oh my god, my body is falling apart. And it's significant because I used to do martial arts, yoga, roller skating, clean eating, and all that stuff. Okay, I swear I have these sleep earbuds that I was going to show you. If I can find you. Why aren't you just where you're supposed to be? My tray of gothy spiked goodies. Okay, I'm hurting my hand. I need to clean my area, guys. Well, watch. As soon as this video is over, I'm going to be like, oh, there they are. They're under all this paperwork. I'm sorry. I hope I'm not making people nauseous and dizzy. So it's like these. I think they're Soundcore. I have so many pairs of earbuds because my partner is like a tech, like technology, like, I don't want to say freak or nerd or just like connoisseur. I don't know, like loves tech, right? Used to be a sound engineer. Used to record famous musicians, like mix their music and all that. Anyway, so here it is. It has a C charger. It slides open like that. Bloop. And they aren't the best at noise canceling, but it's enough for me to go to sleep. It has music mode and sleep mode. The sleep mode has different like nature sounds, water, whatever. But when you put them in your ear, this is the best part. In this ear, I have a piercing in here. So just flip that forward. Wait, wrong side. Now, for a few weeks, I wasn't using them, and it really affected my sleep, and I was having really bad nights where I just couldn't go to sleep till like 6 in the morning. But, so you see how it's flush? I can lay and I will not feel it. And that's awesome. But it wasn't messed up. I thought I had broke one of them or something, but then I was just like, "Why won't you work? Please work," last night. And I took the tip off and I saw something here and I was like, it was like dried on earwax. And then I was like, I wonder. I put it in my ear and voila, it worked. It was clogged. Clean your earbuds. Anyway, yeah, 100% recommend. The other ones that I use, I have some for when I'm out and about, and they have noise canceling mode, hear through mode, etc. Well, these are the ones that I wear over my ears. There's Sony. They have like this. I don't like the fabricy ones because it sure feel weird. But yeah, super comfortable. Cancels out like probably 95%. Can't hear you. Sorry. Yeah. And also they come with a case and they can fold up and I love them. And these are what I usually wear before I started getting really, really sick. Like when I went to the airport and stuff. But anyway, or if I go shopping, if I'm able, I have, well, the other ones are connected to my purse, but I have these Jabra ones. Then I have these Sony ones. I have another pair of those, and then also these, which are Sony. And yeah, they all are soundproof. And the reason I have so many is not because I'm like, I need all the earbuds. It's like literally, I had one pair of earbuds and they were like annoying. They were like the old Apple AirPods, whatever. But he's just like, here, try this, here, try that. And he's like, oh, I want you to sleep well. I want you to not have sensory issues. Here, try this. And which is awesome. So I have some of these things that I can use. I think that I did an ADHD thing and I went off topic from my original topic and now I don't remember what that topic was. I'm sorry. Let me see. Burnout, okay. What do you need to do? The internal battle is difficult, yes. What do I need to do? Sarah, were you asking me that? I can relate difficulties making content. Isabella, okay. Isabella, you make content. I find it hard to decide what to focus on. Yeah, I'm just going with it now. Just a bit ago. Oh, okay. Twyla's great. She's very interesting to listen to. Sarah with the H, all that hot and cold could be symptoms of infection too. Yeah, well they've done a lot of blood work on me and most of it comes back normal. But I'm like, how come y'all haven't checked my iron since March? My old doctor checked it, didn't say anything because I was having to get iron infusions because I can't absorb it orally, even with the prescription liquid. And so I had a hematologist, I don't know, whatever they're called, oncologist, I think is what he was. And I had to get infusions. Well, it's been a year and a half now since I've had my last infusion and my iron is low. at least it was in March, and no one's tested that again, and I just don't know why they haven't. Um, yeah, there's no pressure on those. Audio file? Audio files. Yeah. You're really sensitive to earbuds? Yeah, I can be too, like, that's why I was showing you the ones that I did, but, like, and also because my ears will get fatigued from them, it's good to have ones you can switch out and also have over the ear ones and just a variety, so, like, not everybody is able to do that, but I'm just, fortunate enough to have somebody that has a lot of tech stuff that they can just give me. Um, and I have tiny ear holes too. I have to use the smallest ones. I thought they were falling out because the earpiece that I was using was too small. So I put a bigger one in and then it would hurt and they would fall out anyway. But I found out that usually they fall out because they're pushing their way out because the tip is too large. And also the tips that I use are like these like silicone kind of like squishy ones. I noticed that the ones that are kind of foamy bother me. Also, I don't like the way that it collects stuff. Cavities. Isabella, are you saying you have tiny ear hole cavities? Like your ear are you saying cavities as in teeth or I'm not really sure what cavities is about. Sarah with an H. Don't I just don't like things in my ears. Yeah. I'm a very small content creator also who also has abandoned all my followers because I n- was losing my mind. So I had filed a year ago this month for Social Security disability. I was an art teacher. I have an MFA in art. Um, I felt like maybe it was autistic burnout, but then also I had anemia and all these other things. I thought maybe it was trauma. I got away from that. I did some DBT therapy and some other therapies. I'm still I'm looking for a new therapist right now, but I really don't think it's all just psychosomatic or whatever. And I think part of it is actual physical. And yeah, that also the idea that things are in our head and that makes it like less of a problem. That doesn't make it less of a problem. That is a problem. Um, I don't know the right word. Canal. Are you talking about your ear canal? It's very unpleasant with things in my ears, so yeah. I saw this thing on, like, a little, like, ad or something on, I don't know, Facebook or something, but you know how, like, Q-tips, when you put them in your ear, they actually can push the wax in and compact it, but they have this, like, reusable Q-tip. I know that sounds lovely, right? But it's like a spiral, and you're supposed to just, like, kinda twist it in there, and what it does is it, like, traps the wax in the, like, little grooves, and when you pull it out, it's like, one of those nightmare videos you see on YouTube. But anyway, that's the thing. I'm not going to try it, but I'm just letting you know it exists. Um, but they did look in my ear and said that it looked fine, so that's why they think it's neurological. Then they were saying, it could be a migraine. And I'm like, "I've never heard of that crawly feeling in my ear being a migraine." And also it's been going on every single day, every freaking day, okay? On and off for 4 years. Okay, really? And it's only the left ear? And also it started traveling, recently, and it's becoming more frequent, like, not every few days or a month or anything. It's not, like, related to a cycle of any kind. It's, like, every single day, um, with or without, like, taking breaks from earbuds, taking breaks from, like, audiobooks, the visual thing, I'm like, "I'm gonna not look at TV today. I'm gonna just, like, you know, relax. I'm gonna listen to an audiobook, but have it across the room," trying to, like, be mindful of, like, is the stimuli or whatever I'm putting, the my diet, it's not just what we eat, it's, like, what we consume in our minds and in our or what we're listening to, what we're looking at. It's all part of our consumption, right? And I'm like, is it something I'm consuming that is contributing to this? And I don't think so. Well, yes, some things intensify these things, but I don't think is the root cause of it. And obviously I'm not the only one that thinks that because well, I have all these specialists lined up. So um tinnitus. The tinnitus, uh, it's like that ringing in your ears, but it's really in your head. Yeah, I have had that every single day for at least 3 weeks now. I even considered, like, uh, the cranial, like, um, drip where it's, like, your spinal fluid coming 'cause sometimes only on this side, uh, like, suddenly, like, liquid just will pour out, and it's like I don't have any, like, sniffles or any allergies or any other thing associated, and it's not the same consistency as a runny nose. It's, like, clear and, like, watery, but it's, like, this eye that would go blurry. That's what I was talking about. This eye would go blurry, and then I would have all the migraine symptoms, and then, like, all you know being autistic and having sensory issues on top of having a migraine is a nightmare because, like, light, people talking, sound, any kind of especially smell. You can't get away from the smell too. Like, they don't have I haven't found a device where I can just, like, filter smell out. I mean, I have eye mask, I have earbuds, I have headphones. I don't have a smello blocker or whatever. Anyway, but, I had that happen twice in the last several months, but then the other day, the reason I went to the doctor and then to the ER is because both eyes, like I was saying, were blurry. But usually everything that happens weird, like that I think is neurological, like as far as my neck and above, it's or my head basically is on my left side. Um, But the other stuff, like my hands going numb and my feet or my toes tingling or any of that fun stuff, that is on both sides. So, yeah. Or, oh, also the T-Rex thing. I didn't know I was doing it until after he told me. The T-Rex thing is like when I don't wanna move, like, it's like my elbows are locked to my body and I'm only using my arms like this. I don't know I'm doing it, but I did was partially remembering it and being aware, like, I was showing my partner when I reached for the food, my hand started to do like that, and I was like, "What the heck?" But it was when my arm was going further away from that, like, T-Rex position, and I don't know what that's about. Um But he tried to tell me, like, I think it could be Meniere's disease in your ear, but I don't know. I don't know, but I do know on the CT scan, they didn't see any large mass bleeds or anything like that, so that's good. Am I supposed to do that or is it weird? There's so many things, like, when you read the DSM and they explain like the symptoms of autism, it's like in a language that doesn't make sense in a way until somebody like gives you examples of what that means. And then you're like, oh, that's what that means. Huh. Um, but if like my specific like symptom is not mentioned, I'm like, well, is this normal still? But yeah, I do stuff all the time that I did not know was not normal. Yeah. Which is the migraines get worse with stress too, and sensory input is very stressful. Yeah. Yeah. Very true. I have been on here an hour. I would really like to know if part 1 ever uploaded. But if not, that's okay. Really, it's not okay because that means I can't figure out how to redux a video because I was using OBS, but I usually use it for live streaming, and this time I'm just using YouTube straight away to just do the live. But when I do the lives, I usually do OBS. Um, but I this time I used it and I just hit record. But then when I went to upload it, it was in like a weird format. It was MPV or whatever instead of MP4 or whatever. And I don't know. It's still processing and it's annoying because I don't know if that footage is lost. It's only 30 minutes, but still the fact that that was my like coming back video um really annoys me. And yeah. The light in my room is affecting you. Sorry. Oh, this is my weighted cat. Cat Vader. And this right here, oh my god, is I got this on Amazon a few years ago, but it's a weighted neck wrap. You can hear it. You microwave it to heat it, and it like velcros. And I like it that it will apply some pressure here and keep you like warm because my neck gets stiff and hurts a lot. Ow. And then this thing I got from Walmart because of my lower back pain. This is a little back brace I got, which velcros around you, and then after you velcro it, you can tighten it like with these two extra ones. But the coolest part is like it has this support in it that is removable, right? But it also has this gel pack, which is both you can use with heat or cold. And this is a lifesaver because sometimes like it's crazy, but my pain is resistant to 800 milligrams of ibuprofen. I have still had pain after they gave me like other painkillers and muscle relaxers and like high, like, hardcore stuff that I don't even want to be taking. But it's like the pain would get so bad that I'm like, okay, I'll try it. But then I'll be taking that with the ibuprofen. And sometimes I even took CBD gummy with it and I'm still having pain. But then when I put the heat on, the heat helps. I don't know if you're a female who has periods and has cramping. if you don't know this, using a heating pad, it's like instant relief. So at Walmart, I saw this thing. It looks like it's made probably like something like this, but it is red and it's in the shape of a lobster, and it's called like um, period lobster or something weird like that, menstrual lobster. But it's like a heating pad for when you're on your period, and I thought it was funny. Um, yeah, I should probably take a break now. I'm thinking. I very, very much appreciate you, Isabella, Sarah. Um, brain work, please. And Cherry. I don't know if Cherry's still here. For coming. And anybody that decides to watch this video after the fact. But yeah, thank you for being here and talking to me and helping me come out of my hidey hole. Maybe we'll do this again soon. So yeah, just remember that there's no I can't, and I'm learning how to make art.